Hey guys, it is Strung Out BJD here yet again. But today, I don't have a review for you, or even a BJDs for Newbies video. Instead, I have a let's look at my collection video. Because I think the last time I posted a whole collection video for YouTube was long time ago. And obviously my collection has changed quite a bit since then. And I figured, hey, let's go the lazy route and make a video that's more casual and easy to put together. Yeah, this is how it's gonna work. I am going to go over, like all of my dolls, I will tell you guys their character names and what company they're from and what sculpt they are, and just kind of blast through them as quick as I can. And after that, then I'll go back and kind of explain their characters in a nutshell. I'll try to make this short, but I can't promise anything. I have at least 20 dolls. So, we're in for a ride. First things first, we're just gonna take a look at my doll area. As you can see, it's a closet. It's a very awesome closet though. It's got very deep shelving, so I can fit a lot of dolls in one area. Now to actually get into who is who and whatnot of my dolls. So we're just gonna start over here and move our way this way, and then we'll move down to this other shelf. So first, we are going to start off with Ryo Sokai. She is my Asleep Eidolon Coral. Then next to her is Hiei, and he's a Fairyland Minifee Karsh. They both look so good. And then there's Sachi Sokai, who is a Dollzone K. She's just like a dinosaur. It's so cute. And then Arsene. Ooh, I don't think I gave it my last name, but Arsene is its name. And this cutie pie is a Dollzone Star. Then we have another Sachi Sokai. This is her teen or adult form, and she's a Dollzone Annie on. Her body's actually one of the male Dollzone bodies, but I had it modified to be female. So she's got boobies under there and stuff. You just can't see it because she's wearing a black shirt. Then that is Ichigo Kurosaki. He's a Soul Doll Vito Edmund. Then here is Nai Hitomi. She's a Fairyland Minifee Rhea. This is Naoko Takashi. She is a Fairyland Minifee Shushu. She's actually originally a sleeping Shushu head, but one of the people that had her before modified her eyes to be open, so she has a different shape of eye than the regular Shushus. This is Jinho Yu. Like, what's your name? He's a Limwa Mono. Then this is Murphy Schwartz. She's a Zhao Muse. This is Nisa Solomon. She's a Dreaming Doll Leah. And then this is Stevie something, I can't remember her last name. I don't do a lot with her character. But she's an alchemic Labo Noah bully cyst. So she's the bully faceplate. Then we got Zach. He's an Ippelhouse JID Joshua. Then back here is Valkyrie Croft. She's a Fairyland Minifee Celine. Then here is Benedict Tunis, though I also call her Benny. She's a Fairyland Minifee Marcia. And last on the shelf, we have Capria Addison, though I call her Rhea for short. And she is a Not Doll Lab Blue Citron head on a Doll's Town elf body. Moving on down, we got another 4 dolls. Yikes. I cannot see anything. Hold on. All right, now we have light. Down here we have, this is Pippa Shepherd. She is a Dollstown Alina on the 7-year body. Then this is Esme Moreau. She is a Dollstown Dioji, I'm not sure how to pronounce this sculpt name. And she's on the 5-year body. This lovely lady is my Ippelhouse SID Zara, and her name is Preeta Shepherd. That's Commander Preeta Shepherd, because I'm Mass Effect trash. And this is Jeff Joker Moreau. Yes, I made a Joker doll, because I am weak for Joker. Anyways, he is a Ipplehouse YID Justin. Alright, now that we've gone over like everybody's names and their sculpts and stuff, I'm gonna kind of try to briefly go through like characters, who they are, and like what their relationships are with each other, and blah de blah blah. So we're just gonna start off with Miss Rio over here. She's a fan character because I'm a huge dweeb like that. And she's a fan character for the anime / manga series Yu Yu Hakusho, if this guy didn't make that very obvious. And she is the granddaughter of Genkai and also of Toguro, because I had canon that they bumped uglies and they had a son that Toguro never knew about. The drama! Thanks to being related to Genkai and visiting Genkai a lot, she of course meets Yusuke and eventually meets the rest of the gang. She meets Yusuke when he's doing his training with Genkai, and it's loads of fun because Ryo is on his ass all the time because she's kind of a troll when it comes to Yusuke. And so she eventually meets Hiei and everybody else at the Dark Tournament. These two are like Bulma and Vegeta type of relationship, because that's always fun. And these two eventually get together and they have a little Sachi. So this Sachi and this Sachi, these are the same characters. They're just different ages. Unfortunately, this doll is like way out of proportion with these two, so I can't take pictures of them together and it sucks. I've been really tempted thinking about getting a slim USD to make into kid Sachi, but I don't want to get rid of this doll, so I might end up with 3 Sachis one of these days. With Rio, she was originally supposed to be like the main candidate for Spirit Detective, but Genkai did not want her family getting involved in the spirit world stuff and with fighting, because she just wants her family to be safe and whatnot. But, you know, Rio is a hoe for fighting, but she only knows how to do healing with her spirit energy. She's like top-notch healer, and she also makes top-notch shields with her spirit energy. At the start of her little character arc, she does not know how to really fight other than like self-defense. Hiei and the rest of the gang eventually kind of help her get started on learning to fight, because who wants to listen to Genkai? Recently, I decided that Ryo was gonna be half demon, but she doesn't know she's half demon. She thinks she's all human, but she eventually learns that her birth mother, was a half demon, and her father and Genkai never told her, and it's a whole thing, it's a whole drama, and she doesn't know who her mom is. Her mom walked out on her and her dad when she was just like a little baby. Over the years, she's just cared less and less about ever finding out or meeting her. So Sachi, therefore, is, I think it's like 3/4 of a demon. So she's mostly demon and she's like a quarter human, if that's how that works. And Ryo was always really mad at Genkai for never teaching her how to fight. So Ryo was very supportive of Sachi learning how to fight like a bad ass. So she's grown up, you know, learning how to fight, learning how to use her spirit energy. So she's kind of a frickin' like juggernaut, like hardcore badass as she gets older. And she eventually inherits the spirit orb from Yusuke, because crossovers are fun. I have, you know, like Ichigo, the Bleach universe kind of melds in with the Yu Yu Hakusho universe, and these two eventually meet. And they eventually get together because Sachi's just so irresistible. And I mean, look at them, they're so cute together. And they're like, you know, power couple, yay! She likes to make Ichigo embarrassed and blush because he's so cute when he does. And Arsene, I don't have any character for him. I mostly got this doll just because I like dragons. And so eventually I will get this doll, you know, painted all up and looking all spiffy, and then it will be upgraded to the Dragon Collection. They're so cute with the little claws and rawr. Let's go and check out some more dorky stuff. Nai, Naoko, and Jinho, as well as Zach, are all from the same like mega crossover universe that me and my best friend Chelsea, or Azura Spite, put together over the years. And they're part of a crossover universe that involves like Gravitation, Nana, the Angel. There's more. I know there's more. I can't think of it right now. Fruits Basket, there's another one. Just a whole pile of different anime shows, because we dweebs like that. These three are best friends. Naoko and Jinho have known each other since middle school, and then they meet Nai when they get into high school. And these two bitches, they were very nasty to each other when they first met, but then they became best friends, because that's what you do. Oh, there's just so much to talk about. I don't think I can get into it all, but the gist of it is they're best friends. They create a band together. Jinho's the one that decided, hey, let's make a band because fun. So he is the drummer, Naoko is the vocalist, and Nai is the guitarist. And pairings. Well, these two are a thing, boyfriends, and Zach, he's a lacrosse player in high school. And then he goes on to medical school, and he becomes a doctor, and woo, awesome. Doctor with his drummer boyfriend. It's awesome. Have I said awesome yet? They look so good. And these two, I don't know if I'm gonna ever make their boyfriends as dolls, because I have so many dolls to make. These two are first get hooked up with Nai gets hooked up with Ayame Soma, and then Naoko gets hooked up with Shigure Soma, but they eventually break up with him. But endgame, she gets with Hitoshi. Hiro is his name, from Gravitation. He's got the long hair, redhead. And then Naoko, her endgame pairing is with Toma Saguchi. I almost said Toma Soma. Toma Soma. No, Toma Saguchi. Because who cares that he's already married? This is fan fiction type shit. I can do what I want. Not that there's anything wrong with Toma's wife. She seems pretty badass in the manga series. I haven't read the manga or the anime in a while. That's them. Then let's see, we got Murphy. I didn't originally have like any like real plans for her, but because I happened to have like an extra character that I was doing nothing with, I decided to put her into mine and Chelsea's supernatural roleplay. She gets paired up with Gabriel, and she is the daughter of death, because I am not original. She doesn't know she's the daughter of death, and recently we've made it so that like she gets reincarnated a crap load. Like she and Gabriel originally meet way back before humans were a thing on Earth. They love each other and blah blah blah. And then she dies during Lucifer's rebellion. But God makes like a little deal with death to make it so that she'll be reincarnated whenever she dies in all of her lifetimes. And yeah, Gabriel and her eventually meet again during the time when Sam and Dean are alive and screwing up everything. Yeah, she's like, when she first meets Gabriel and gets into the whole supernatural stuff, she's just like, no, I don't want this. Why is this happening to me? You know, as would be normal. Then Nisa, again, like both Nisa and Stevie here, they did not start off as like actual characters in any sort of role play or whatever. I just, I got the dolls. I'm like, hey, they need names. I don't really care if they have characters or not, but they need names, because I don't want to call them by their sculpt names. But Nisa eventually became part of my Marvel role-playing. She is an heiress to a toy company, and she's at fault for all of the Avengers toys. She's kind of abrasive like Tony. She does not get with Tony. She and Tony are like frickin' squabbling siblings. Stevie, she doesn't really have a character. I just kind of dress her up and make her look spiffy. All I know is that she's a lesbian. I don't even really have like a specific style for her. I just kind of dress her up in whatever I want. So she's kind of like, sit there and look pretty, and maybe one day you'll get a girlfriend that you'll get to be posed with. It used to be Valkyrie, but I started using Valkyrie for a role play, so Stevie's single again. Right, so we got Valkyrie. I usually call her Kiri for short. She was like these guys, and I was just getting the doll because I wanted the doll, and then she eventually became part of a role play. And she became part of my Final Fantasy 15 role play, and she's a Kingsglaive. She's not a mage Kingsglaive though. She does like the front line type of fighting like Nyx and the rest of them. So she's a Kingsglaive. She gets paired up with Pelna, but she's kind of a hardened veteran, and she has no time for like Noctis and his bullshit at the beginning of the game. I'm totally blanking out on character stuff now because I've already gone through so many characters. But she's a badass, and she's awesome, and she just cares deeply for the people that are close to her. She does survive the whole attack on the city on what's the city called? Insomnia. And she's one of the few survivors, and she goes on, does the comrades bullshit. She, as far as her powers go, she's like really badass with using combat magic. So she's like on the same level as Nyx Ulrich on warping ability, but she's also just really skilled at using all of the magic that you see the Kingsglaive use. So pretty too, and I love her hair. Moving on, because this is getting to be long. She eventually became part of the Supernatural roleplay, but originally she was just like a OC. So she's a cannibalistic witch. She eats people, but not. And she eats people to help keep herself powered. Cause she refuses to make a proper deal with a demon or anything. So instead she goes to eating human beings or anything else humanoid. She lives in like a little cabin out by a swamp and all that fun stuff, and she's very fashionable. Because if you're gonna be an evil man-eating witch, you gotta look cute. And then this is her toad, which she named Toad, because she's very original. He is actually a demon that she tricked into thinking that she was gonna make a deal with him and blah blah blah. And she turned him into a toad, and she, once in a while, she'll turn him back into his humanoid form. And he's kind of just stuck with her. But he doesn't actually mind after all these years. He's like, well, I get fed and I have a warm place to sleep because she takes care of her pets. So that's Benny. She's lovely. Wouldn't want to meet her in public. Or alone, most importantly. Then we got Capria Addison, or Rhea Addison. She, again, another doll that I just wanted. I didn't have any character for her. I just wanted the doll. She became part of my Marvel roleplay as well. Actually, she became part of the AU version, or the like non-superhero version of the Marvel roleplay me and Chelsea did. And she like worked at a strip club, and she gets paired up with Sam Wilson, and they're both nerds for birds or burbs. I haven't gotten her involved in the regular Marvel roleplay because we haven't done any Marvel roleplaying in a little while. So I haven't quite figured out like who she is in regular Marvel land. I originally was thinking of making her part of the, what is it called? The ladies that fight in Wakanda. because I'm stupid right now and can't remember what they're called. I was thinking of making her part of them, but I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. But for now, she's just a pretty lady. All 4 of these guys are all a family. Pippa and Esme here are Joker's and Prita's daughters. And Esme's middle name is David, for David Anderson. And Pippa's middle name is Hillary for Hillary Moreau, whom is Joker's sister who dies during the Reaper War. Prita is Commander Shepard, or my custom Commander Shepard. She's an Earthborn engineer and a sole survivor from a cruise. So she's been through some shit. If you don't know who Joker is, then play Mass Effect. She survives the Reaper War because fuck everything. And she's actually supposed to have one of her legs be a prosthetic because she loses it after the Citadel thing exploded. The Crucible. I haven't gotten around to that. That's a lot of work. Pippa here is the oldest of the daughters. It was a fun but also an anxiety-inducing surprise when Prita got knocked up, because Joker, of course, worried about their kid getting his Rolex disease thing, or the brittle bone disease. And Pippa does have a very mild strain, form, whatever, of brittle bone disease. She mostly just has issues with her knees. And the reason why I decided this was because the frickin' Dollstown knees on this body they're so difficult to work with. They like to slip out of joint all the time. So I'm like, hey, you have knee problems. Okay. That's awesome. She's like her papa, and she wants to be a pilot, and she's very into making or building ship models with her dad in their free time. It's very sweet and cute and oh. So Esme here, she eventually comes into biotic powers. So she eventually has to like go and be taught how to control her powers and whatnot. And she gets taught by old Auntie Jack, because Jack is awesome. And Jack becomes like her favorite family member. Because of course, like, all of the crew is like family for these guys. They're also supposed to have a pet rabbit, but I haven't gotten around to buying the rabbit. And those are all of my dolls. At least all of my dolls that, you know, are all put together and painted and have bodies, because I have a couple of floating heads, but they don't count. I hope you guys liked seeing my collection of dolls. I hope I'm able to edit this down to be viewable. Yeah, if you have any questions about the dolls themselves, about the characters even, because I would love to talk more about my characters, you know, just leave a comment below or message me. That's all I got for now. We all will see you in the next video. We all will see you in the next episode. We will see you in the next episode.